that first half in particular, bitterly disappointed. Again, I think our preparation was as good as it could have been. Having the game midweek was right for us. They had enough time to rest up and recharge. The atmosphere was good before the game. The meetings were positive. So we're kind of really disappointed in what happened in the first half. There was a real... You can use loads of excuses. Did the occasion get to players? Did the young ones freeze a little bit? Did the senior ones then try and cover situations and get frustrated? But if we're totally honest, they looked mentally and physically sharper and quicker than us in the first half in particular. Nothing we don't believe Fletch could have done about the first two goals. I think first one we should have pressed the player that put the ball in. We didn't react quick enough, and we talk about things like that. And the second one was a great strike, but again the player's not been pressed, and we talk about reacting to first, second balls and getting pressure on the ball and stopping crosses, stopping shots, and we just haven't done it. So we felt there was a lot of people not taking responsibility for their own actions in the first half. No, not really. I think one or two players tried as well as they always can. Our reliable players, if you like, did what they could, but you know, when they're kind of fighting a lone battle, it makes it impossible for them. And there was just too many players making what we'd call basic mistakes and struggling with the fitness levels. And you know, it's something we were kind of aware of, but it hasn't been exposed as much until today. And as I said, they look like a side that should be playing WSL 1 to me. Their organisation, obviously, you know, for them this was a massive occasion. It was a little bit like us on Wednesday. You're going to do your darndest not to lose a game in your own stadium, because it means an awful lot. And it just means they had more want, they had more willing, they had more momentum than us right from the start. And you know, again, we've hit the bar at 2-0. We should have had a penalty, we believe. It'll be interesting to see on the video. But did we deserve that? No, I'm not sure we did. It was a slightly better performance in the second half. Subs went on and raised it a little bit, but there was just too many that didn't match the levels that we're going to need in future. So you know, there's a lot of work to be done. And I kind of guessed that would expose it today. If it was ever going to be exposed, it would be today. It's still disappointing and it hurts. I mean, the most important thing is now that we don't carry the negativity forward too much, because we can't go into that game with negative feelings. You know, you look up at the scoreboard 4-0, they beat Brighton 5, and obviously we lost to Brighton. So you look at it that way on paper, it's not such a big disaster. But the main thing is, what have they learned themselves from today's game? We don't want to be overly negative in the training sessions during the week. We need them to go into the Millwall game positive. It's our last game, it's our home game. So we want to take as many positives as we can. And it looks like Fletch might be seriously injured. Won't make that, but then, you know, Lucy Gillette will have to step up to the plate and prove that she still wants to be number one. She's capable of doing that on her best day, so I hope she does that. One or two of the players that maybe started on the bench today may find themselves starting next week, maybe. That obviously depends how it looks in training. But no, we need to be as positive as possible. We need to get this out of our system quickly. Right now, you know, if they're hurting as much as I am, it's quite tough to smile. And I hope they are hurting as much as I am. And again, it's not about trophies. It's about performance. So you know, that's what hurts most. That you trust players, and unfortunately a few of them. And I'll obviously question my starting lineup. I'll question my decisions myself. I'll self-evaluate. Did I make the right choices? Based on Wednesday's game, we believed we did, and based on the opponents, you know, we went for a certain mix of players. But you know, it obviously didn't work, so we have to look at ourselves as well.
Thank you, Keith.
Okay.